Hi there,
Hi there.
it's Mr. Salmon and Louis here. So we're just making, this is a video for making a graph on Google Sheets, a line of best fit graph and an equation for that graph, a gradient. So here we have our Google Docs and experiment write-up. So again, this would all be filled in, so I'm going to scroll down to where we would actually get and have recorded our data into our table. So here, now I'm going to go onto Google Sheets and make documents. So if I go onto my drive, first of all, then I'm going to make a Google sheet, which you can find up here, the Google Apps. So I'm going to make a new sheet here. I want to click on the blank, and then I'm going to call that practice paper helicopter graph. And then I'm going to go back into my table. I'm going to cut and paste my independent variable, or copy and paste. Click, select that and paste it in. I go back, and now I do not select all of this data. I only want my one line, and I want my line of best data. So I'm going to select the mean, copy that, select and paste that in. Alright, so now to do my graph, I highlight the data I want. I go to Insert, I go to Insert Chart, and I click on that. And this is the graph, but I don't want a bar graph. We always do the science graph. So I go over to here, Chart Type, and here it's on Column Chart, which is why you see the columns. So I click on this, and I'm going to skip through. It's not the line graph, it keeps going through, and what I want to click on is a scatter graph. So I click on there we go. Then I want to go on to do a linear graph. So I want to, I've finished on this data here on my chart editor. I'm going to click on Customize now, and the one I want is Series. So if I click on Series and scroll down, and I can click on Trend Line, and then the one I want there is Linear. There's a number of different ones, but the one I'm on is the one I want, and this gives a line of best fit data. Now just going to make a few improvements to that line, which is making it 100% so it becomes darker. Going to do little X marks on my graph, make those a bit bigger, and also make the colour black. That looks better. Also want the line of my line colour black. I think that graph looks better there. Now also what I want to do is have an equation and a gradient for my graph. So I'm going to go on to use equation, and then you can see there my graph gets an equation with a gradient on it. What do you think, Louis?
Cool.
Okay, it sure is. And now we go to up here, and we're going to find our titles. So we can put our titles in. Every graph needs a title, of course. So if I click on chart title, yes, and then I can call that. Now usually I would call it something about how our dependent variable, which is this one here, varies with our independent variable, which is this one here. So our independent variable is going to be the number of paper clips. So and our dependent variable, of course, is time taken. So I'm going to call it time taken for paper helicopter to fall as the number of paper clips is increased. And this is the same as I had for my table, actually. Alright, and now again to get my axes, it's a little bit tricky because I actually click on this again. Oh, sorry, not that one, the chart title, and then I go to my horizontal axis title, which is going to be my independent variable. So this was of course the number of paper clips. My unit is number, so I don't have to have a unit after this one. And then again I click on that one, and vertical axis title, this is going to be always my dependent variable. In this case it's time taken for paper helicopter to fall. Don't be shy about having a large axis title. And this is per second, and I think we are done here. So now it's all saved, and this is where the fun part is. I go back into my group data here. I go down to my data analysis and find my graph, and then I'm going to insert it here. So I go up to insert, I go to chart, and then I go all the way down from sheets. It should come up as a recent one, so practice paper helicopter graph, there it is there. We select that one, have to select it here, and then link to spreadsheet. That'll change any changes I make on this, it'll go straight in, and I can import that into my graph. Beautiful line of best fit with an equation. Alright. Bye, say bye, Louie.
Bye.
Bye bye, till next time.